the Labour Party's embrace of wokeism, its embrace of ID politics, has really served to alienate so many millions of working class voters, and that's why we've seen the hemorrhage of working class voters away from the Labour Party in recent years, because they peddle a line on these fringe issues that just does not resonate with mainstream Britain. I think where Blair got it wrong was that he identified the far left of the Labour Party as being responsible for it. Now, I don't think it's just the far left, to be honest. I think if you look at the Labour Party, the two main groups in the Labour Party today are the far left, what you might call the radical left, and also the liberal left, which, you know, are centrists and so-called moderates, the Blairites themselves. And actually, that second group has been just as enthusiastic in its embrace of wokeism over recent years as the far left has been. So I think Blair is wrong to say it's just an issue that relates to the far left. And, you know, the truth is that the Labour Party broadly today is a party of kind of trendy liberals in our fashionable cities and university towns, a party of graduates and the professional and managerial classes. So unless it does ditch this kind of obsession with woke causes, it won't be elected again, and it won't deserve to be elected again. So Blair has been wrong on much throughout his time, but he's definitely right on this.
So do you think that the Labour Party gets too sucked into these sort of Twitter wars and thinks that Twitter and social media is real life? Because that seems to be where this sort of woke agenda really spreads.
Yeah, I mean, the Labour Party is, as I said, a party very much nowadays of urban liberals, of the professional and managerial classes, of student radicals, of social activists, and a party of Twitter. And these people often mix in their own little groups, and they are on social media the whole time, and they think that the majority line that's taken on Twitter on a particular issue must be the majority line out there in the country. But actually, huge parts of what you might call provincial Britain, small-town Britain, post-industrial Britain, are not obsessed with social media, are not on Twitter, have got no interest in Twitter, and often take very different views on some of these fringe issues than the Labour Party does. And it's because of that kind of detachment from ordinary working class Britain that Labour now finds itself flirting with irrelevance. So it's a huge problem for the party, and it's a long, long way back.